Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mega Cast review show of this year's WWE SummerSlam. I got some of the guests panel is here tonight. Some people are on vacation, so I appreciate everybody that came on tonight. Some people are probably going to be jumping in because it is Monday. It's the first day of the work week, so we have to handle that as we can. But let's get to the guests that I have, this panel that I got. Someone else just popped in too. So see how that works? So let's go. First and foremost, I'll bring in this gentleman from Johnstown, Pennsylvania. He is the host of Extreme Wrestling Podcast and Hey Guys Podcast, and I appreciate it for him getting to eat his supper as fast as possible tonight. Our man, the king, Larry Stryker. Larry, how you doing?
Hey, Bubba, what's happening?
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on. It's going to be a round robin expertise on this SummerSlam. So
Awesome.
I hope you're ready.
Absolutely. I downed my hot dogs fast so I can come on.
Okay. Well, God bless you. How many did you have though?
2.
Oh, okay. Well, now two's good.
Yeah.
Two's good. Okay.
Two sheets hot dogs.
2 sheets of hot dogs or 2 sheets hot dogs?
2 sheets hot dogs.
Okay. Okay, everybody. This special guest is a part of the panel as always. He lives out in the other side of the state, and I call him the smartest man in Philadelphia. And sometimes he gets bent out of shape about it, but he knows sports and he knows wrestling, he knows football, he knows a lot of stuff. So welcome everybody, Mr. Rich Smoke. Rich, how you doing?
Living the dream. I could have swore he said 2 sheets of hot dogs myself.
I know. That's what I thought.
Oh no, Wawa's still better, but it's okay.
Uh-oh.
Come on, guys.
Wawa debate.
Yes.
Oh, that'll come in.
I agree.
Okay.
Wawa is better.
I'm shocked.
Okay, our next special guest is from the Great White North. He's probably hoping for an undefeated streak because his wrestling knowledge is unparalleled, and he likes to rub it into everybody when he's so right. And I believe his man made his night. And I know he's so close to 1,000 subscribers in his TikTok. So from the Great White North in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, it's Kal-El. Kal-El, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing great, Bubba. How are you?
Good. I like that figure in the back there.
Thank you.
You just
came
get
in the
that
mail a few days ago. Yeah.
Oh my God. You're you know what? Logan Paul should be giving you Christmas gifts, and he should have you come over to his house at least once every three months.
It can't cost him a lot. It's only 1 of 5 fans. You know, I mean, when you only have 5 fans, take care of them.
Well, well, I mean, you were waving the Paul family flag Saturday night, were you not?
Yeah. It was a great night for them.
And you watched the boxing show too, the boxing match?
Yeah, I watched the whole fight.
Did you guys watch that match too?
I only watched real boxers.
Yeah, the Paul family are just basking in their glory here on the victories that they had. Like, it's just I don't know. I'm not a big. I like Logan better than I like Jake. I will say.
I like to look at it like this. I like to look at Jake Paul's boxing career like this. If I were to square off against somebody like Peyton Manning, for example, who do you think is going to win that game? Probably Peyton Manning, because I have no experience as a quarterback, right? Well, Jake Paul wins boxing matches against guys with no boxing experience. So good for you, Jake Paul. Happy for you. I'm not always saying that because of you, Kel. It's personal. I can't stand that guy.
A lot of people don't like
Logan more than Jake. I like Logan more than Jake.
Well.
Yeah, I gotta say I like Logan more than Jake as well.
Well, if anybody else pops in, I will get them on. But this is going to be our review show of the SummerSlam event from this past Saturday night. And Sean Robinson and Tom Stanton, thank you for tuning in to the review show. Everybody just hit like and subscribe, and we'll get right into it. I'm going to go with this match right here because this is SummerSlam right there. Let's go with this match, the Battle Royal. Okay. Larry, what did you think of the Battle Royal?
I missed it, Bubba. I missed it. I don't even know who won, to be honest.
Okay, well, we'll get to that. Your pick was LA Knight. So, yeah. So, Rich, what did you think of the lovely Battle Royal?
I also went with LA Knight on that one. And I thought, you know what? I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a little too obvious. It was funny. Me and Danny watched it over the phone, and we were like, this is going to be the last 3 guys in the match, and this ended up being the last 3 in the match. But yeah, it was a good match. I mean, LA Knight, kudos to him, finally getting a little bit of a push. We'll see how far it goes. So I'm happy for him.
And that's who you picked was LA Knight. I got that. Kal-El, what did you think of that Battle Royal?
So I also picked LA Knight, and I was really nervous, like halfway through it, that they were going to screw him over again.
Ooh.
Because I feel
There's
like
a few moments.
Yeah. I was going to be so mad if they made Omos win, because that'd have been terrible. But I'm glad. I got really excited when LA Knight won at the end. That was great. So it was, I mean, it's your typical Battle Royal, so it's good for a pay-per-view like this. So I liked it.
Well, when Almost come out, he's almost famous. I was like, they're just doing that. And I feel I picked LA Knight too, because everybody picked LA Knight. Chris, Donnie, and Danny, and Shane, we all picked LA Knight.
I could have swore Chris's pick was whoever the unannounced person was.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Which technically means that his pick was Omos, technically, because he was the only unannounced wrestler of the match. So technically, Chris took Omos without realizing it. I don't think he would have picked him had he known who it was. But he technically
you're
said,
absolutely right.
We can go back on the video feed. I could have swore it was anybody who's not announced.
You are absolutely right. See, I'm absolutely wrong. See, I already messed up the first 6 minutes of the show here. Okay. So I liked it. I liked LA. I liked the big crowd pop for LA. And I think that hopefully they can get him to where he needs to be. So this is the first of many, I hope. So now let's go to this match. Hopefully everybody went to the bathroom or they went to go grab something to eat or whatever. Larry, you probably went and got something to eat in this match, right?
Well, I know I picked Rousey. I saw that she lost.
Yes. And you said by KO.
Yeah, I thought she was going to win by knockout. Yeah. Didn't happen.
No.
But it was worth a shot. Right, Kal-El?
Yep.
Okay, Rich, what'd you think of that lovely match?
It reminded me of why I did so terribly on WrestleMania. I took Baszler here.
Yes,
if you remember during WrestleMania, every match that I picked, I was like, well, I'm going with my heart on this, but it's going to be wrong. I already know who's going to win this match. But I wanted Ronda to win even after I picked Baszler. But match was boring, in my opinion, was super dull. I mean, it was 2 chicks cuddling and rolling around the floor for the first 7 minutes of the match. I thought I was going to fall asleep halfway in, but it was what it was. I took Sheamus, so I got the win there. So I guess that's the only positive.
Yeah,
small victories.
Yeah. Danny just popped in. Danny, what did you think of the lovely Ronda Rousey and Baszler match? Because you picked Baszler.
He might have a delay.
Okay. I'm going to go back. I'll go to Kal-El because this is live TV. This is like Saturday Night Live. Kal-El, what did you think of this match?
I thought it was awful. It was boring. I thought I liked the first few minutes of it, and then it just got like so boring. I honestly was just playing games on my phone at this point because.
Did you say sobering? Is that what you said?
No, I thought
sobering.
I said
I was
so
like
boring.
people that were drunk were sobered after this match.
Do have a delay of some sort? What?
Okay.
Danny, we can hear you. Danny, we can hear you announcing your delay. You might want to pop him off for a second. Let him fix his delay.
There we go.
So I think I don't know. It was just up and down. It was bad. I'm glad I got it right though, because I thought that was gonna be one of the matches that I got right that I got wrong.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm glad I picked Shayna, because Ronda Rousey is gonna be off TV for a while now. She might not even make a return, but yeah, I thought it was bad, but yeah, it's whatever.
Well, Danny was in the house, and Danny took Baszler.
Just to let you know, he felt very similar to how I felt. So while he's not here,
well, hey, hold on, he's back. Hold on, Danny, can you hear us now?
Let's see if that works. I'm having.
Yeah, you're good, brother.
Much better. Much better.
I'm having such technical difficulties.
That's okay.
Tonight.
This is live, like Saturday Night Live. So
Hey, I know a guy can help you. His name's JJ.
well, at least we can hear Danny. So, Danny, what was your take on the Rousey Baszler fight?
I didn't like it. I am very into MMA, but not only I'm not used to the whole square, them being able to get out the ring and everything, and it just looked trashy to me. Like kind of like they just threw it together. Like it was just like, yeah, the screenwriters were just like basically.
Good point.
Right on. Okay. Well, yeah, we had a little delay. That's the way it is in live, Danny. We're gonna keep rolling. But Danny, you had Baszler. Donnie had Baszler. Chris had Baszler. I had Baszler. So me going first must have been whatever, because now I'm going right up there with Smoking Kal-El and Danny here on picks. So yeah, I thought it was a piece of garbage match anyway. That's pretty much unanimous. I did not think it was very, very good. And even if that's Rousey's last match, it reminded me of the old Stone Cold. Was it Stone? Wait, no, it was Brock versus that match at WrestleMania when Brock was leaving. What match was that? Somebody give me a hand. And then Austin come out and get Goldberg. Brock versus Goldberg at WrestleMania. Terrible.
The match of 75 spears.
Yeah, and then I think Austin gave him both stunners and just drank beer by himself. Yeah, that reminded me of that match. But that match was a little better. So, okay, Shane's here. Shane. Oh, hey, Shane.
Hey, guys.
How you doing? Can you hear us? Hey, Shane, what was your take on the Baszler and Ronda Rousey match? Because you had – who'd you have? You had Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I didn't get to watch that one because I was driving back from vacation. So
that's okay, as long as you weren't.
You didn't miss anything.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything. So, okay, now I'm actually there's a whole bunch of us that are up too. Now going into this next match here, guys, is Kal-El's favorite guy right here. Action figures and all, Prime Drink, Ricochet versus Logan Paul. Larry, what was your take on this match, and who did you pick?
I'm sorry, what match was it? I was sharing your post.
Oh, that's okay. God bless you. It was the Logan Paul Ricochet match.
Oh, I picked I picked Logan.
Yeah, yes, you did.
And he got the win, right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Can't you see the big smile on Kal-El?
He wouldn't be here right now if Logan.
Yeah, so he's going to be gloating here.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I wasn't sure if he was smiling at that or if he was smiling at Shane's beard that he got going on.
Yeah, it's itchy.
Oh, I could have bet.
Okay. You got one of the best beards in the 724.
It's really not on my face. It's my back here. I just come up to kind of come to a point underneath my chin.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I can't even grow a beard. But anyway, Rich, what'd you think of this match?
I actually like this match. This, in my opinion, was the second best match of the night. I was very happy. I mean, I thought it was going to be pretty good. Two high flyers going at it. Ricochet always puts on a show. I think it was nice to watch both of them kind of put on some good athleticism there early on, too. And it's hard for me to say that because we are talking about Logan Paul. And I do like Kal-El, so I'm being as passive-aggressive as I can so I don't destroy the Pauls. But no, it was a good match. I liked it. I thought it was a pretty good build-up to it. All in all, it was what you expect when you get two high flyers. A lot of jumping around, a lot of crazy moves.
Okay.
By the way, I do want to say, though, Logan Paul had to win by brass knuckles, and that tells you everything I have to say about Logan Paul, and I'm going to move on. Let you go to the next guy.
Well, I'm going to save the best for last, but I'm going to go Danny. What did you think of this match, and who did you pick?
I picked Paul as well. I think this was actually unanimous, but like Rich said, I actually liked this one. It was actually not my favorite, but I definitely think out of the entire card, this was probably up there in top rating. There was a lot of high flying. Logan was talking trash about the Ricochet's wife, who I did not know was the announcer. That was new to me.
Close enough.
Fiance, wife, fiance, girlfriend. It's all the same bull crap. But yeah.
Well, okay. Shane, did you see?
You know
any of
what?
this
I
match?
got to watch the highlights of this, and I was pleasantly surprised. You know how much we bitch about Logan Paul. I mean, he's pretty athletic, and Ricochet can make. Although Ricochet can make anybody look like a stud, he can put people over like nobody's business. I'm a big fan of Ricochet, but I did pick Logan Paul, and it is what it is.
Well, I'll give my real take on it too. I thought it was one of the better matches on the card. Logan Paul and Ricochet impressed me outside when they did those high impact moves. And Mr. Klein, thank you for tuning in to the Mega Mania cast. So I was impressed. I did pick Logan Paul, so now I'm picking first. Now I'm 3 for 3, but I saved the best for last. And he could probably take the whole show to talk about his man. So, Kal-El, what did you think of your man in this match? Go ahead. It's all yours.
Well, I'm going to go 50-50. I'm going to do the first portion of unbiased and the second half low biased. So, I mean, honestly, I think it was a great match. There was a bunch. I was noticing, there's like a bunch of counters. Both men showed a bunch of athleticism. I think some of those moves were a little scary. That I think there were a few botches in there. But I think Logan Paul always has a good match, in my opinion.
Well, that's why I saved the best for last, because I knew. Did you think this is his best match so far in the WWE?
Probably, because he had the most offense in this match, maybe. There was a bunch of good moves in this one, so yeah, Ricochet is he can have good matches, but I'm glad I picked Logan Paul because there was no shot in my mind that Ricochet was going to beat him.
Yeah, it was a pretty fair fight with those brass knuckles.
Yeah,
pretty fair.
I was just gonna say that. Winning by cheating.
It's like Cody Rhodes when he comes out and says he doesn't need any weapons to win a match, but he has the steel in his hand and uses cast and shit to beat Brock Lesnar with his cast 74 times. Yeah, no weapons necessary. He'll beat you clean.
So
well,
you're
we don't
okay?
talk about that part.
But
that was your negative response about the brass knuckles.
Yeah.
But honestly, you don't care though because it's your man and you're winning. You'll take a win as a win, right?
The best part was Samantha Irvin, the ringside announcer who announces the victories. Usually she's like, when your winner is. She refused to actually announce Logan as the winner, which was my favorite part of the whole thing. Thought it was pretty funny. She
actually did announce it. She recorded, they recorded her saying it, but I didn't even know.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, me neither.
They probably purposely blocked it off of TV for the suspense of it all. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty cool that they added her into the promo because it's very rare ringside announcers ever really get any clout in there. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Love her,
okay.
By the way. She's awesome.
Okay, this next match, as I'm trying to do stuff all the time like I do, the next match is probably, I feel, one of the best matches of the card. This match right here. The Intercontinental Champion, Gunter versus Drew McIntyre. I thought this is a phenomenal match, which I knew it was going to be. So, Larry, what do you think about this?
I got the last end of it, or the last part of it, and it was I'm sorry, I don't like them two.
What?
I didn't think it was. I mean, I only saw probably about 5 minutes of it. It was horrible. I think it was horrible.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry, Bubba.
That's okay. You're allowed to be. You're allowed to be. Mr. Klein says the Fink was the greatest ring announcer of all time.
I agree.
Yes. See? And JP, thanks for tuning in. Todd, thanks for tuning in to the MegaCast review show.
Okay. Finkel.
Yes. So let's go with Rich. What did you think about this match?
I'm not quite you, but I'm not quite Larry. Larry makes it sound like it's a 4. You make it sound like it's like an 8. I would say somewhere in the middle, around like a 6. I don't think it was. I do like Drew McIntyre. Actually, I do really like Drew McIntyre. I just
Sorry
think
about that.
I think he benefits from having somebody. I don't think him and Gunther blend very well together. Personally, I don't think that style is very balanced. I think it makes it a little bit awkward to watch. Even the Claymore that he landed wasn't necessarily clean. It was not my favorite Claymore I've ever seen him do. I thought that also with Gunther with the chops. I mean, okay, we know that's what he does. I thought he overdid it a little bit towards the end of the match. He starts hitting them a few extra. But Drew McIntyre really sold them chops, by the way. Really sold them. He was making it seem like he got hit by a train and hit the mat. So thought it was a little drama. But again, it wasn't the worst match, but I wouldn't rate it as one of the best matches on the card personally. It was what it was.
Ooh, okay. Well, that's why everybody's entitled to their opinion. Yeah. So, okay. So, Danny, what did you think of this match, and who did you take?
I actually took Gunther on this. But Gunther. I'm sorry. I actually agree with Rich. It was definitely better than I don't know if I'm going to get hate from the fans, but it was better than the triple threat female match. So I will give it that. But seems like any match on that card was better than that. But yeah, I thought they overdid a lot of it. A lot of it was already, just watching it was already predictable that Gunther was going to take the win. So I was just like,
Wasn't enough story to take it away. That was more.
No, not yet.
That was a way to get Drew back, reincorporated with the WWE after being gone since WrestleMania. So that was just them trying to reacclimate him and put him back in the spotlight to push him into something else.
Okay.
That's all that
Shane,
was.
what did you think of this match? And
the WWE swiped right with Drew McIntyre, and now they're on a first date and looked a little awkward. And maybe Gunter wasn't used to Drew having chest hair again, and it's like two dance instructors. You don't know who's leading, and it showed. It was as I'm going to channel my inner Donnie Fulmer. It was sloppy.
Yeah. I think it's a shame. I really wish Chris and Donnie would have been on this one in particular. I think there was a lot of misses in SummerSlam. There was a lot of botched. And even being I was never a wrestler like some of the rest of you guys, but being a viewer, I saw the botches. And if I see those, I know Donnie and Chris have an opinion on that. So I can't wait until next time they're on so we can kind of recap and get their final opinion. But I know Chris has an opinion. I know he does. He's out there on vacation enjoying himself, but I can't wait to hear that feedback.
Okay,
Rich and me are on the same page. We don't have the wrestling lenses on like you guys can kind of see the second, third dimension of it.
I see it, but then sometimes I'm like I kind of hold, put my hand. Sometimes it's a little too much. So, Kal-El, who did you take, and what did you think of this match, Kal-El?
So I took Gunther. I originally was going to take Drew McIntyre, and then I took a minute to think about it, and I realized Drew McIntyre, this is like going to be just like an introductory. A match.
You're all right.
You're good.
So a match to get him back into things. So I'm being honest. I watched the first few minutes of this match. I swear I looked at my phone for what I thought was a minute, and the match was over.
Oh my!
He was checking to see if he had that 1,000.
He's checking. That's right.
I went back and watched some of it later. It was okay. I have a bunch of mixed opinions about Gunther matches. It just depends on the day, honestly. Sometimes they're good, and sometimes they're just. It definitely wasn't the worst match on the card, but I don't think it was the best match.
Somebody better check his search engine history too.
Well, Donnie took Drew, Chris took Gunther, and I took Drew because I do like Drew, but Gunther is probably going to keep riding this Intercontinental the whole way to beat Honky Tonk Man. And I thought it was a good match. I thought it was real stiff. And hey, I didn't win that one, so that was my first loss so far in this Pick'em show. So yeah, but I mean it was good. Gunter's chest was, you could tell it was stiff because those chops were hard. They were real. It took coming off the top rope. It took a power bomb and it took a clothesline, a power bomb to actually beat Drew. And it took a set of maneuvers to beat him. It just wasn't, one maneuver. It took a whole display of power to beat Drew. And I think they're probably going to have another match, probably in one of these next coming pay-per-views as a rematch, because that's the only person that can actually contend with Gunter until he decides to. Yeah.
But I'm going to ask the panel this, okay? And this is, Bubba, I want you to answer first. I want to see more than a big-ass man giving and taking chops. You know what I mean? Like, especially today's day and age,
Well, I just think that since he lost a lot of weight, he's trying to be more of a wrestler, and he was when he was Walter. And those two, the style, it's more stiffer. Like when Sheamus and the three of them did that triple threat match, it was just the different style. Not a lot of guys in the WWE can compete with Gunter in the ring, no matter what. And Drew is coming back, and hopefully he gets some kind of belt with a live audience instead of working at the COVID stuff.
And this question's for Larry. Larry, is there someone else they can bring up from any NXT that can be kind of like a Drew McIntyre, kind of fill that void to go against Gunter? Because I don't see it.
I don't think so. But then again, I don't watch a lot of NXT.
Kal-El?
Well, I don't think that this person would be like as good as like Drew McIntyre style, but I think that Ilya Dragunov guy could, because he's the only person that's beaten Gunther in a while. It was back down in NXT UK.
Good call.
So I think that would be a great match if they did a rematch.
Good take, Cal. Yeah.
I don't think with the new surge that Gunther is on, they're going to make him. They would have him lose to Ilya. Though I think at the time it made sense in NXT, but I think with the reign and all the storyline hyping up Gunther, I don't think there's any way in hell they have Ilya come in and
until he takes the honky man. Man. Yeah, honky.
The WWE is doing what they always say to do. And Paul Heyman said this best: is you got to do something first or you got to do something last. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to set this precedent right now that everybody's making history. Bianca made history.
Right.
Roman Reigns is making history. They got to make Gunther make history. I mean, all they're trying to do is just shove all this down our throat as, hey, these are the greatest of all time now over the last 5 years. That's what they are.
But you can't erase history. History can never be erased because history always repeats itself, but you can't erase the other guys. Bruno Sammartino's reign will never, ever be broken because that's 11 years combined. You're never breaking that.
Roman to surpass Bruno would have to be another 4 years and like 6 months or something like that to surpass Bruno. And I'm tired of watching him after 3. You add 4 more, I'm already tuned out.
Amen.
Okay, so this next match, Amanda. Your aunt Amanda was on the line. Thanks for tuning in. Benjamin, thanks for tuning in. Chris Anderson, thanks for tuning in. Craig from Patton, he got a comment, and I'm going to put it on when we get to that match. So, Craig, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. Your comment will be up shortly. And she says, hey. So, let's go to this match. Okay. For the title, Rollins versus Finn Balor. Let's start off with you, Larry. What'd you think of this match, and who did you take?
I picked Finn. So I lost that one. I thought it was a decent match. If I was going to pick any match to be second best, it would probably be that one.
Okay. Let's go with Rich. Who did you take, and what did you think of this match?
Well, I took Seth Rollins. He is my favorite wrestler in the WWE currently. I'm not as big on him as Kal-El is with Logan Paul, but that being said, I am a big Seth Rollins guy. I think my fiance would kill me at nearly 30 years old if I had all that stuff laying around. But I will say, I thought this, in my opinion, actually was the best match on the card. I'm curious to see I can't wait to see who Larry puts at 1. But this, to me, was my favorite match. I thought it had a great build-up to it. The storyline sequence was pretty good. And it was the one match that really had me second-guessing myself when doing these picks. Some of them were really obvious. A lot of us saw Logan. A lot of us saw, Gunther not losing his title before breaking the record.
Except for me, I didn't see that. But
But for me, I kind of thought this was the one match that could go either way, and I thought by taking Seth, I might lose this one. But being a big Seth fan, super happy about it. Love the match. Not the best one in the world, but the best one on the card.
Okay, Danny, what'd you think of the match, and who did you take?
I took Seth. Like Rich said. I didn't have any doubt. I know that the panel, there's some of you that said, "Oh, Finn was gonna take it." I really had no doubt in my mind that the WWE was gonna take the championship away from Rollins this early. But yeah, like Rich said, this was honestly definitely the best card on the match. Match on the card. Yeah.
So this is out of all the whole SummerSlam, this is your best match on the whole pay-per-view. This is the match right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go. Shane, what was your take on the match, and who did you take?
This is one of the ones where you just go take a crap because 8 years of Roman Reigns, it's just, I just like Danny said, I knew what was going to happen. Yes, he's a great wrestler, but I'm sick of the storyline. I have ADD. I just don't have the patience for it. So it's like, look.
So you took Seth Rollins?
Oh, of course I did.
Okay.
Britt Baker wasn't going to break this one up.
Okay. I thought you were going into Roman Reigns way before it was going down.
So did I.
Yeah, I was wondering where the Roman came from. I was like, does he know what Match Bubba just said by any chance?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, Kal-El, who'd you take? What'd you think of the match?
So I took Finn because I honestly think he was gonna take it. Halfway through the match, I started to think I was like, I'm definitely wrong on this one. I'm not disappointed by like the match, likewise. I'm not disappointed in the match. I'm just disappointed in the ending. I just didn't like who the winner was. But I mean, it was a good match. That's probably in my top 3 matches of the card. So yeah, I think it was a good. I actually did leave the room for a portion of this match. I think it was actually just the entrances though.
Why was you angry or something, or?
I forget what I did, but I just didn't see the entrances.
Once the Logan Paul fight was over, he had nothing else to sit around for.
Yeah. Well, he was like, screw it.
Yeah.
Got to switch the channel to Jake Paul.
It was okay. So.
Okay. Well, I thought it was okay. I love the Judgment Day coming out, and I thought they might cash in, but that was not the case. And I figured maybe Finn would actually get it. I also took Finn Balor also. So there was 3 of us, that took Finn. So now I'm like 0 for 2 now in the last 2 picks. So, but yeah, I thought it was a good match. I think they're setting stuff up for Payback in Pittsburgh. I think and I believe that is going to be the triple threat from what I've seen. I don't know how true it is, but we shall see. And Chris, thanks for tuning in. He said Jake and Logan are badass. Yeah, Chris, you and Kal-El, because Chris is a huge Logan Paul and Jake Paul fan. He's been on social media. He's loving the boxing and he's a big, huge fan. So I understand where you're coming from, Chris. I understand. So let's go to this match. The end it all right here. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. Larry, go ahead. What'd you think of the match, and who did you take?
I took who did I take? Oh, I took Cody by DQ, but a win's a win.
Yeah, a win is a win.
A win's a win, Bubba.
Yeah, I know. A win's a win.
Now, Rich, match of the night. That's my match of the night right there. Match of the night.
Oh, okay.
Is it my turn real fast here? Because I was going to say.
No, I'm not finished, Rich. You just hang tight.
Okay, I want to hear about it. I want to hear why. Go ahead. I want to hear why.
I like the whole. I think Cody stepped up his game a little bit, and
yeah.
Brock. Brock's Brock, but definitely match of the night, in my opinion, Mr. Smoke. I'm sorry.
Take it with a grain of salt, right?
Okay, well, we're gonna go right into you, Rich. Who'd you take
Listen,
and what'd you think of the match?
This match is what I hate about wrestling. This is literally the one thing I hate, which is
Why?
sometimes the most unrealistic scenarios take place. For example, Brock Lesnar has beaten Undertaker with a single F5. Brock Lesnar has beaten like 20 different superstars with a single F5. This man has been dominating people for over a decade with a single F5. And I get it. We got to hype up Cody and get him ready for that Roman fight within a year. And you got to get him ready to go. But here's the thing. I watched him get F5 3 times outside of the ring, one of them through the announce table, and none of those kept him down for 10 plus seconds. I am sorry, but that was the most unrealistic, disrespectful thing to Brock Lesnar. And he might have been okay with it, which he probably got paid plenty of money to do so he don't give a flying shit. But as a wrestling fan, I got to say, the unrealistic, the fact that there was so little realism in this match and how unrealistic it was is what pissed me off. In my opinion, because of that, I tried to like it. I like Brock, but this was the worst match of the night in my book, only because I'm sorry, if you get F5 3 times and one of those is through the announce table, you should be down for a lot more than 10 seconds. I'm just saying. You want to have that happen, fine, but have it a no count out match. Let him lay down, let him get pulverized a little bit, whatever, and then fight back. But the way they did that, fully wrong in my book. They made the F5 look like a suplex. Awful. Okay.
Bubba, is your mute button working for him?
I'll mute myself right now while you guys continue.
No. Okay, Danny, who'd you pick, and what did you think of this match?
I actually took for this one Cody Rhodes. I'm sorry, I couldn't find which one. They're not in order, so. But I'm actually going to agree with Larry on this one. Larry, I'm shocked.
My man.
You know
my guy.
This now.
I'm not going to say that it was not one of my favorites, but it definitely was clean. I will give it that. Out of the entire card, this definitely was the cleanest match. And if you think about it, it was a great way to end the feud. And Brock even came out and respected Cody by shaking his hand. So, I'm agreeing with Larry on this one.
Thanks, Danny. Rich don't want no smoke.
You have to
go to Kal-El. I'm going to wrap this up with a fucking bow.
Okay. I'll go with you, Kal-El. Go ahead.
Well,
who'd you
you
take
guys
and what did you think?
See the thing in the back? I took Cody. I think I gotta agree with Danny and Larry. It was a clean match. It was. I really enjoyed the Cody cutters, the one where he jumped on the second and top rope. I like those ones.
Oh well, some guy just put awful in the in the Facebook. It's awful in capital letters. Know. Yeah, awful. He said.
I tried doing those Cody cutters. I pulled a hammy.
So you were happy.
The reason that Cody took 3 F5s and still got up is because he's built different, I think. And they're not going to make him lose against Brock Lesnar, like in the final match of this feud. And like they said at the end when they did the handshake, Michael Cole said, and with that handshake or whatever, it said, like, the American Nightmare has arrived or something like that. So they're obviously are going to start to build him up.
Somebody said Cody made it look like that Kal-El could eat an F5 numerous times and walk up.
Real fast, and Shane, I know you want to go. I got to give feedback. Everybody seems to be anti-Rich. That's fine. I'm going to tell you something, though. Yeah. I'm just going to say one thing. He is not built different. He was treated different. There is a difference. There is a difference between built different, treated different in this life, and he was treated different, my friend.
Well,
he's a son of a plumber, Rich. Stop it.
Well, the thing about it, the American Dream, I'm the only one on the panel of 8 of us who actually took Brock Lesnar. Everybody, Chris and Donnie took Cody, and then Shane, I'm going to wrap it up. You're going to get it up with the bow. I just feel well. Now he already left. He's like, God damn it, Bubba.
He's like, you took too long.
Yeah, there he is. I feel that with the way Cody was, like the table spot he should have sold a little bit more. I think he should have did something where he hit maybe Brock and hurt his shoulder a little bit more. But he was working on the arm. But he should have did a lot more to make it means something to me. It just didn't mean enough. It just didn't mean enough where I mean, Brock looked like $1 million. He looks like a beast. He looks mega. So they ended it. They shook their hands. That's how they ended it. But Cody could have worked on his arm a little more. Could have took it outside, threw maybe Brock into the ring post about 3 or 4 times, took the stairs, maybe hit him with it, and then took him in, did 3 of his finishers, and then tapped, you know what I mean? And then I could see, because you just can't have a bull in a china shop, shit's going to break. But it was, I liked the match, but I think that was just a little bit, mine was Drew and Gunter for my best match, but that was probably in the top 3. So Shane, wherever you're at, there you are. What the hell?
Who invited Bret Hart or Macho Man on this show?
That's right. I had to channel some retro vibes because that match was just garbage. I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with Rich Smoke.
Haters.
And hey, Kal-El, cover your ears. You ready? Because it's gonna PG-13 and you're 12, right, brother?
No, he's 13.
13.
You're 13. Okay, you can hear this shit. So check it out. Watching all these finishing moves, okay, it's like watching a porn with 15 money shots. Okay, I can't deal with it. It's just too much. It just ruins it. Okay, I just can't deal with it. I want to see some old school wrestling. Like you said, Bubba, take it outside the ring. Work on that arm.
Yeah.
Use your mind. Use some things need to be left to the imagination. You don't need to have all, like I said before, just 1 or 2 finishing shots, and you don't want to see the messy aftermath. But the shaking hand is fantastic. That's great. I don't want to see hugs and kisses and taps on the back and everybody's happy. I like have a little bit of tension. Don't save that shit for the locker room. But that's my take.
Shane looks. Sorry, Rich.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Shane looks like Bret Hart if you bought him off a Wish.
No, Timu.
He's like Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh my, that's funny.
But I was gonna say, Bubba, this show's been a blast while it's existed. But it looks like this might be our final
you always say that. We're good. We're still good.
I always say that whenever.
Well, the last show, I think I threatened some professional wrestler. We're good. We're good to go.
I appreciate you, Shane. By the way, just before we move on here, I appreciate you. I'm glad that
I just hope Kal-El doesn't Google what Shane said.
No.
Well, Rich said he's going to pay me in belly rubs and tummy tickles. So
Todd says this is the kind of banter that makes your show so great. You guys are killing it. So we appreciate it, Todd. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get to this match before we because I know some people, Chris Ward, thanks for tuning in. I know some people on the panel like to watch Monday Night Raw, and because well, I'm going to say Kal-El probably does, and Kal-El's like, hey guys, why don't you hurry the F up so I can watch Monday Night Raw? He doesn't have to say it. I have a sixth sense because I'm Charles Xavier and I can read minds. So let's go. Yeah. Well, I'm not real good at reading minds. This match here was the crappiest match besides the ladies' shit was all bad. Triple threat match for the title. Larry, who'd you have? What'd you think of the match?
I took Charlotte, and I thought it was a drizzling shits.
Yep.
It was horrible. However, seeing Io Sky, whatever her name is now.
You're right.
I liked it. I liked her cashing in. I can't stand what's her name?
Bailey?
No, the other one. The one who won the belt.
Dakota Kai?
No, Bianca Belair is who is.
Yeah, thank you.
I can't stand her.
Belair. I can't stand her.
Okay.
Probably. Yeah. So after a medium pizza, I had to go to the bathroom. So I'm glad that it came at that time.
Did you get pickles on it?
Hey, Larry, did you eat a medium pizza and leave a large shit?
Well, no, the WWE did that for us with this match. They took it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened. Those
Oh,
extra
that's
slices of bull's crap.
Okay, let's go, Rich. What'd you think of this match, and who'd you take?
This was my only loss of the night, which is pissed me off. I actually took Asuka. I was hoping to see maybe the Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair thing. It turned into a bit of a feud. But I was really happy to see Io Sky come out once I saw Bianca win. I think Bianca has been like my least favorite women's champion probably over the last decade. Again, seeing Io come out, I thought Bayley might find some way to screw that up. But it looks like the statistics were true. The women are now still 100% cash in. So every time a woman's ever cashed in, still they won. So happy to see Io win. Seeing her celebrate was awesome. She's not one of the more talked about wrestlers, I feel like, but I feel like she belongs in that conversation, and now's her chance to prove that. Now I'm waiting for Bayley to try to see if she'll get a first challenger match in there, and I'm expecting Dakota Kai to get involved in that too. So we'll see. Some cool storylines can come from that.
Danny, are you drinking a 40?
I wish it was a 40, but I got work tomorrow. I gotta relax on the 40s.
He's saving it for work.
So, Danny, what'd you think of this match, and who did you take?
I actually took Charlotte Flair for this one, and it looked like she had it until the stupid blue mist shit that happened to her from Asuka.
Great Kabuki mist.
Yeah, but I definitely thought this match was trash. I agree with the panel right now. But, I'm not sure about the others yet, but I agree with the panel. And then Bianca, hurting her knee, and I'm really screaming. I'm really in pain. And then you come back and jump off the top rope. Me and Rich were talking so much crap.
I was mad about that because as somebody who's actually hurt their freaking knee in the past, I'll tell you right now, the last thing you'd be doing is a front flip off the top rope. Which, by the way, she actually completely whiffed on that move. If you watch it. Her knees both drill the mat before anything else does. There's no way that was intentional. She missed that move by like 3 feet. Terrible move. Terrible move.
Yeah, but like I said, I was glad to see Io Sky cash in.
I think that's probably much unanimous for everybody. Shane, what'd you think?
Hey, I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but I mean, if Charlotte, okay, I'll beat it. So Charlotte Flair, I picked her. I'm a huge Charlotte Flair fan, and I feel foolish for the past however many months I've been on this panel, just raving about how great the women's talent pool is and how they've been so good. I just basically ate crow. But that's it.
I don't think you were wrong. I think that they're just not using it properly. There's one thing not to have talent. There's one thing to be putting that talent in the wrong places. This could have easily been a singles match. You didn't have to force all three of them onto the card. You could have made this a good match. Instead, you chose to fake some injuries in there, a bunch of missed terrible moves. It was a mess. It was the WWE.
Now, I'm going to ask the panel this question. Would you rather have an extra women's match and not have the triple threat match and just have shorter matches overall, even with the men's? Because I don't always need to see a 20-minute, men's match, but.
I'm going to have to. I think that they shouldn't do big matches like that. They shouldn't do triple threat, fatal four ways. I think that, and this, I know it sounds a little sexist, but I feel like they should pretty much just stick to either tag matches or singles.
I disagree. I think triple threats and fatal four ways can be good, but you have to actually have it written well and have you have to have wrestlers in the match that have a little bit of chemistry and actually feed off of each other. That match felt like taking three round pegs and trying to shove it through a square hole.
Right.
It didn't work. Again, I've seen triple threats with women in the past that were really good matches, but you took three polar opposites. You got Charlotte, who's big on the submissions, and she's trying to do all the ground technical. Bianca's all about terrible looking moves and power, and Asuka's a little bit more finesse. And you tried to mix all three together. It was awful.
Rich, we can't go back into the 90s where we had Lita and all of them. Those were good triple threat matches.
But there's too many triple threat matches. It just seems like every week it's a triple threat match. I want to see a couple doubles, maybe a tag team. I want to see more Neidhart girl. I mean, I don't know.
Now that I thought about it, this is the first pay-per-view in a long time without a tag team match, actually. I just thought about that. There was never one tag team on this card.
There was no Becky Lynch. But Kyle, what's your take on this match, and who did you take?
Well, I was very disappointed. There's two reasons why I hate Bianca Belair, other than just in general.
What's your two reasons? Tell me both
One,
reasons. Yeah.
She cost me the match, so now I'm down 2 matches. And 2, she won the title just to have it for 5 seconds, just to lose to Io Sky. And I swear, like, when she won, I got up and I had a little tantrum because I was.
So did I. Just so you know, if it makes you feel any better, the older you get, you still have them. So don't feel bad. I did too.
I have them all the time.
I just hated the match. It was awful. Probably worth the card. Honestly, it was way longer than it needed to be.
Oh God.
From
start to finish, I think it was too long. 5 seconds in, the first move, I was like, "Oh, can this over? Over
well,
it was bad."
Chris picked Asuka, and Donnie picked Flair, and I picked Asuka. This is the only match that nobody won.
Yep.
So what's that telling you? Yeah, nobody picked anything, and if one of you guys would have picked this, you could have been 8 for 8, because there's some of you, as I'm tallying up right now, this was the match that cost you guys, some of you guys, a perfect streak, and that's why Kal-El's all pissed. So
don't
I thought it
started,
sucked.
Bubba.
Yeah, I thought it was terrible. I thought the like Kal-El's mom, like Lisa said, it was hot chicken garbage or whatever the hell she said.
Hot garbage.
Oh yeah, that spot too. That was awful. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Yeah, she goes from limping, getting carried out, to coming in and being like RoboCop.
She missed.
And I don't know if Io Sky can carry that division. I just think it was, like Rich said, is 1,000%, cash in. I think right now the ladies division is very, very weak, or it's not getting booked right. I do like triple threat matches if they're booked correctly. This was not one of them. And they had major stars like Becky Lynch sitting on the sidelines. So
they need to come up. I'll say this before the show. They need to come up with another title for the women, another singles championship, so you can knock some of those mid-card women down to the mid-card and stop trying to force them on us as main eventers and top of the line performers when they're not. Let them fight over their own championship title. Let them battle, just like with the United States Championship. They have a bunch of lower end people that aren't ready for a WWE Championship shot. Fight for those smaller titles, and let us actually watch the good wrestlers fight for the top title. Just leave it alone. Stop forcing people in.
Well, sometimes that's what they do. WWE forces a lot of stuff.
Vince McMahon, welcome back.
So, he's somewhere. I'm surprised you didn't mention. Oh, no. No. That was Jerome Bettis' greatest walk-off victory right there. So let's get to this match, and we'll take it at home, people. This is the last match, the main event. Roman Reigns versus his cousin.
Have a good night, guys.
Larry, go ahead, Larry. Who'd you have, and what did you think of this match?
Loved it, and I took Roman. They threw a curveball in there with Jimmy interfering. I didn't see that one coming. That was sarcasm, Rich Smoke, in case you didn't know. But it was a great match. I loved it. And now it's going to go on for another 3 years.
I hope the fact that you. I was going to say, I hope that's more sarcasm when you say you loved it, because that was awful.
Honestly, I did. Well, I liked it. I thought
the whole panel got it wrong. Nobody won this match. Who here picked Solo Sikoa to win the match? Anybody? No? Well, you all lost. Solo Sikoa beat Jey Uso, not Roman Reigns. Just want to point that out. When that part of the match came up, Jey had him outside the ring, was kicking his ass. Solo comes out, beats the hell out of him. Roman didn't hit him again for the rest of the match. Didn't even drag him back to the ring. Solo did it for him. And then Jimmy super kicks him one time, shoves him back in. All Roman did for the last half of the match was watch and then pin him. That's all he did. Roman did not win the match. Solo Sikoa did. That's simple. But this match, to me, was one of my least favorite. And I think especially when you bill it as the main event, and it's such a phenomenal storyline overall, this match did not live up to the hype. And that's why this match flatlined in my book. This match was one of the worst ones of the night for me.
See, I think you're wrong, Rich.
I was very disappointed. Very disappointed.
I love this
controversy.
Danny, what did you think, and who did you take, Danny?
I actually took Jey on this one.
Yeah, you were the only one. You were the only one to take him.
But I do agree with Rich. I do think that this was a very trash match. This was probably the worst match. Not the worst. It was second worst to the women's triple threat match. But me and Rich were on the phone watching it. Everything we talked about was predictable. He's like, watch, someone's going to come out. He's like, oh, it's probably going to be Solo Sikoa. Oh, here comes Solo Sikoa. He's like, told you. So we literally sat there, pretty much called it. We said we could write the WWE. We could be writing for them. But I think Jay, move-wise, he landed every move perfectly,
Yep.
with the
Jay looked good.
He was the only pro of the whole match. The only pro in this match.
And if obviously we know Roman, but if Jimmy never interfered, Jay had that all day. I think pretty much all of us can agree on that one.
Yeah.
Main event Jay.
Shane, are you there?
He was the only positive side of that match for me. So
Yeah.
I'm here, guys.
Okay,
So
you're up.
I picked this match. 10 minutes ago I talked about this match because my wife was talking to me.
That's okay.
I thought I said Roman Reigns. I'm sick of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we threw a surprise birthday party for one of our neighbor kids. So there's a bunch of kids in the background. The kids that are always giving you a hard time.
Well, that's okay. Well,
say hi, guys.
Hey! Don't drink and drive. You're good on a Monday. Don't do it.
It's a Monday birthday party, and two of the kids had football practice, and they're smoked. So no, I'm Roman Reigns. Like Rich said, I agreed. I don't know why you even have me on here because I just lately been green with Rich Smoke. So I think I'm gonna be him for Halloween.
I'll be you, and we'll just hang out together. We'll just confuse each other.
That'll be a Halloween Havoc
show. We can get the beard similar. I have to get some gray in there. We got.
Well, I heard that you guys were going to be sharing a house. You guys were going to be living in the same house. I heard.
Oh, man.
So, I picked Roman Reigns, and I didn't think the match was that bad, but I also having Jimmy come out and turn was terrible because that's setting up probably because Kevin Owens is hurt. This is probably setting up Jay and Sammy as tag team champions, and that's probably what they're going to do eventually because everybody's getting hurt. So, but Kal-El, your take on this match, and who did you take?
I took Roman, and I gotta agree with Larry. I did like this match.
Larry's going to buy you some pickles.
My man.
I like the fact that it was maybe
Larry's not
they
sharing
could
his
do
pickles.
pretty much whatever they wanted, but I did think it was strange. I don't mind that Solo interfered, but like they said that like none of the family members I thought were allowed to interfere. I know a lot of people were mad by Jimmy interfering. I love that personally because now it's going to set up like a great match down the line. So
do you think do you think Jay and Sammy will tag up for the tag team titles now that Kevin Owens got hurt? Do you see that maybe in some kind of booking in your mind here?
Yeah, I could see them definitely going on like a little run there in the future. So yeah, it was a long match, but I felt like it was a long match, but it was a good match. So
hey, let me add something, Bubba.
Yeah.
So remember a few weeks ago or a month or two ago, I said that the Rikishi's going to get involved.
Yes.
Well, now I think you're going to see it because it's going to be brother against brother. Rikishi's going to come out and he's going to try and restore order. And it, like I said, it's going to lead on this whole bloodline thing another 3 years. I'm sorry, Rich, it's going to upset you, but it's going to last a long time again, Bubba. I'm telling you.
You can keep me on this panel, but if it goes on for 3 more years, I will not be watching.
Well, I hope this panel goes strong. Kal-El will be driving. He can drive us all around, and as we party to go see wrestling shows. But I think you might be right. I don't know, but they got to bring The Rock in too. The Rock's got to be part of this too. Has to be. He's got to be
right.
It's either that or he goes to the unemployment line because everybody's on strike,
Well, he needs something to do. So let's get to these lovely who was good and who was bad. And we're going to start off with me. even though I went first, I still suck at these picks. I am 4 for 8. I was doing good, and then the bottom fell out. Danny, you were 6 out of 8. I got. Now, I could be wrong because I went to Marion Center. My math skills suck.
You're right.
Kal-El, you
No,
were
it
6.
should be 6 out of 6. Yeah, 6 out of 8. Yeah, sorry, bro, but my math is off.
No, my Kal-El, if it wasn't for the Finn Balor and the ladies match, you were 6 out of 8. That's why you're upset and you eating a lot of chicken and you were breaking bones and you caused some stuff in Punksy because I heard the fire alarm go off when I drove through.
Characters. Retail therapy.
Rich, you were 7 out of 8. You were.
Oh, that's horse shit.
Well, that's how it is.
Some people have taste, Larry.
Shane, once again, for a guy who likes wrestling, but is like you're like Jimmy the Greek. Yeah, 7 out of 8. Donnie was also 7 out of 8. Larry was 5 out of 8. And
that's horse shit.
Chris was 6 out of 8 with that battle royal. If he'd have took LA Knight instead of the surprise entry, he'd have been 7 out of 8 too. So wow. And I still suck. So it doesn't matter if I go first or last anymore.
And I just want you guys to notice something. All you guys that lost shared the same sentiments and opinions. Meanwhile, the two guys with the best record from SummerSlam just so happen to be on the same page as well. I just want to say that, Shane, that I appreciate you and your good taste in wrestling. Way to pick 7 for 8.
I think there's a faction that's forming here in this panel here.
Shut the hell up. You and Shane can both, I know you guys want to tickle each other's pickles. So,
Man, we leave all the pickles for Larry up there, okay? We don't talk about pickles.
So, I ain't tickling nobody's pickle.
I ain't got that either. Now we got some pay-per-views, and I know Kal-El said that they're going to be in India or whatever. I don't think we're going to do that one because they're throwing wrestlers on. Rich said they're throwing wrestlers on. We're not going to do that one, but we are going to do AEW's. Let me get to August real quick here.
You watch AEW?
Well, it's AEW All In because
look at Larry.
Larry's like, oh yeah, I'll watch all the matches and I'll be ready to go. So we'll
no bathroom matches. No bathroom matches.
We'll try to do the pick show on the 22nd if everything goes right. I'll be in touch with you guys, and then we can do we can hurry up and do the review like the 28th, which is a Monday, because Larry's all into AEW. He'll like that, and we'll make it real quick because we made this one. And then we got the back-to-back in September, WWE Payback and the AEW pay-per-view All Out. So we'll have 2, and I'm looking maybe we can do that Thursday, but I'll be in touch with that. I just wanted to put stuff out there. I don't have it written, but we can also do it. We can do it Thursday because Friday night's real hard for everybody to do stuff. So maybe Thursday we can do that. We shall see. But I'll just go with. I just wanted to put that out there. So let's. Anybody's got anything to plug? Shane, do you have anything to plug before we get out of here this evening?
No, just Bubba is gaining momentum. If you know someone, go onto Facebook, subscribe, and share. So go into your Facebook feed and share this post so people can enjoy the banter and the silliness that ensues when Bubba reigns over the court of misfit toys, I guess you could call us.
No, the toys ain't broke. Toys ain't broke.
I make a decent living. Thank you very much, Shane.
Well, Rich, do you have anything that you would like to plug before we get out of here?
I'm wearing the shirt already. He's got but not just Allstate. You can't just buy from Allstate. You got to buy from me. So you got to reach out. Richard David Lost the Third on Facebook.
All right, Danny, you got anything to plug there, Danny?
No, I think we're all set. I don't have anything other than, like Shane said, I hope this podcast, this one, and the Steelers and the Pup, get bigger and bigger for you. So
thank you.
Everyone should like, subscribe, and share.
And, I did one more thing to plug. If you guys are one of the few that actually liked some of Larry's views today, he does have his own podcast out there.
There it is.
Check that
right there.
Wrestling Extreme Talk, the Hey Guy podcast, which is better than the wrestling one.
Larry and the Shitheads.
Did I steal your plug, Larry?
Yeah, I think you just did, but I'm gonna go. Larry, what do you got to plug, brother?
Well, I was gonna have Shane do my plug because he has a voice for plugging. However, Rich, you got a voice for only radio.
No, I got a face for radio.
Or that's what I meant. I'm sorry. You got a face for radio.
I say it all the time.
But the only thing I want to say is go Steelers and Eagles suck. Have a good night.
Do you have anything to plug, Larry?
No, Rich did it for me.
Do you have any shows coming up?
We do. We got a couple. We got a couple ones coming up that I can't reveal just yet because we gotta wait.
Gotcha. I hear you. It's all.
But I will tell you this. This we're going to be doing an interview, tentatively Monday, with a WoW superstar.
Oh.
Woo! Okay,
Yes, sir.
I'll share it.
I absolutely will.
Is they on your wall?
No, this one's not on my wall.
Oh, not yet, anyway.
She will be. After
I'm tuning in for that.
Okay, all right. You broke the news here.
It's going to be Britt Baker.
Okay, Kal-El, do you have anything to promote? I know you've been trying all weekend, and you're very, very close. So go ahead, bud.
Just my TikTok. It's all one word: mania.season, abbreviated SCN. We're up. Well, I'm up there. We're at like 940 followers. So
nice.
I'm definitely close. So probably have that in the next few days.
And then when you get 1,000, you're gonna start doing live stuff.
I'm gonna think of stuff I can do. Yeah, probably get that set up.
Okay. And then as all the kids in Punxsutawney, do they do this kind of stuff, or are they just sit in their caves without their power, trying to watch TV, but they have no money and resources for cable?
They only come out to find out if it's winter or
I guess I just bashed Punxsutawney. I'm sorry. Well, that means
the kids in Punxsutawney come outside to see how much winter is left.
They steal internet from the Amish, Bubba, out there.
But I mean, are you like one of the few up there in your neck of the woods that actually watches wrestling and knows the pulse of professional wrestling? So if anybody wants to, there's nobody that can stump you trivia wise, and nobody knows as much as you. So people need to step in line and realize the resources that you are. But you're just going to agree with me. Yeah. You don't want to say no more. Yeah. Well, that's
the question became a summary. I think you said you said everything he was already going to say for him, Bob. I mean,
Kal-El's the Pennsyltucky whiz kid. He doesn't need us. He gives off his own heat. He can pick them in his sleep, and the only reason he didn't pick that one is because he was probably listening to us.
Well, not me, wrestling's in his bloodline too, right?
Oh, the bloodline.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, he should start making shirts. He should get some shirts and be like the bloodline of
Punksy.
Both his parents. I mean, yeah. But I mean, I appreciate and Kal-El's coming back on because instead of wrestling knowledge, his Buffalo Bills knowledge is, I believe, probably just the same. So we are going to have a review show as we're going to review the exhibition game against the Steelers and Buffalo Bills. And I think Kal-El's going to the game. So we're going to do that. I have that marked on the 16th. The 16th at 9:00. So Kal-El will be back in the studio with that Buffalo's Bills hat on. He'll probably have his whole scenery changed, full of Josh Allen posters. Yes. Well, his mom just said, "Acknowledge me." That's what she just said. So.
Yes.
So, Todd, thank you. You said, great job, guys. Thanks for the entertainment. So, look, guys, I appreciate you guys coming in as always, giving your takes on his stuff, making the picks. This is probably no podcast does this. And I appreciate you guys so much for coming on and taking your time. And I'm going to get Kal-El back to Monday Night Raw so he's not missing out in the first 35 minutes of the promos that they're cutting right now because they're not doing any wrestling matches. But I just want to put it out there. Please hit like and subscribe to the Triple B Experience. See me Wednesday. I got an interview tomorrow. I'm doing Jared Berry, a country music superstar of Indiana County. He was down in Nashville, Tennessee. So tomorrow he's going to talk about his life, and I'll get that out later on in the week.
You got to wear your cowboy hat and boots, Bubba, for that interview.
No.
Nah, he's gonna wear his denim thong.
No.
He's gonna wear his
No,
chaps while he's at it.
I'm not a
His
country.
country intimates.
Yeah,
Plus
I
some
like
chaps on.
living. I like
Assless
living in the
chaps.
country. No, I don't do the chaps because my dago ass is too shiny. But anyway, hey, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and we will get you guys back on. We're to do the picks here very, very soon. I'll put it out there, and like I said, on the 16th, Kyle L will be back in. September 5th is the MegaCast where Shane and Richard Smoke will be doing Steelers stuff. But hey, everybody, if you haven't subscribed, please do. We're very close to 1,000. But hey, so I'm getting out of here. So it's under an hour and a half, and I like that. So everybody, thank you guys. And I don't have nothing to say. Larry, take it home, Larry.
Top guys out.
There we go. Shabang.